there is hope for humanity. Now, I think first people should observe in themselves the probably very abject terror they have at me saying something like this, and then the second wave of anger and resentment, and really ask why it is that you feel that. I think I know. It's because when people hear that, they think that it runs at odds with how things actually are. They look at 2020, they look at the last decade, and all they can see is greater human surveillance, a breakdown of civil relations, steps backwards, difficulty in their own lives, bailouts of large corporations, everyone getting squeezed. Now, there's never been this sort of disparity in wealth since the Gilded Age, things like this. But this is also a narrative that's most available to us through our popular sources of media, and no one source of information is going to give us an absolute perspective, something that's truly objective and considers all the information that's available. What I would appeal to is not as well a kind of hippie-esque optimism. I work very hard not to see the world or to assess the world as I wish it were, but how it is, and then make my decisions about the state of things, having truly examined the underlying statistics, the quantifiable information that we have for ourselves to make decisions. And if you really look and cut into the numbers, you can find some really incredible things. Never has death at birth been so low in human history. Never have been there so few wars in human history. Never has a greater number of the population ever been educated. Never has literacy gone so high. Never have so few people died from accidents. And the list goes on and on and on. This is quantifiable information that we have that would assert, in fact, that running totally contrary to everything that you might assume, given our main feed of information from the media, that things are actually much better than they ever have been. Now, there's major existential threats that are occurring that need to be addressed. You have things like the issue of global warming, and I'm not saying that the world is not without its problems, but I am saying that there is hope, and I like to advocate for that because I think people don't realize the cost of when you take this solely negative opinion, when you say, well, it's just fucked, it's over, and we should all give up. Because what that is essentially doing is abdicating responsibility to act, and it's worst and most insidious because it is masquerading as reason, it's masquerading as objectivity. It's people looking at the state of the world right now and thinking that they're seeing it clearly and making a sound, rational choice, which is to throw their hands in the air and become nihilistic, when it's not true if you actually consider all the information. And as I said at the beginning, when you consider all the information, then you start to look at things in a totally new way, in a way that I don't think you would be naively hopeful, but you could at least direct your energy, or feel like you could direct your energy towards what has already occurred, and that is that we have progressively, in a positive way, impacted so many of the things that when we quantify them, we say are a part of what it is to progress our society and our highest moral aspirations, that children be able to read, that people have access to education, that people have access to medical treatments when they need it. These are all fundamental parts of a humanistic view of society, that we try and elevate each other and as many people as we possibly can. So while it may not be the popular narrative that is available to you, I appeal to you to not assume that we are entirely doomed. I don't usually just plug a book at the end of things, but so much of my thinking has resulted from this, where I'm not an optimist. As I said, I try and see things as they are, not as I wish they would be. I try and act on them to make them that. But the book that I read was called Enlightenment Now by Steven Pinker. And this thing is a treasure trove of immutable, undeniable evidence of the ways in which human society has progressed. And never to be naive. I feel like I should repeat that because I'm anticipating the criticism. In the comments below, people would say that you've got your eyes closed. And I would say it's the exact opposite. It's when you open your eyes and you stop listening to one negative source of information and also reveling in the sort of abdication of duty to try and improve things that will bring you, that you realize there are reasons to be hopeful. There are reasons to believe in each other. There are reasons to keep fighting the good fight, because the alternative future that waits for us is not one at all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I wanted to give the heads up because here on a video is the best way to let people know. I'll be doing a live stream this Saturday, 12:30 p.m. Japanese Standard Time. And it's again one of these photo submission videos that I do, live stream that I do. So if you want to have your photo edited to be like a cool phone background, submit it to me at davetrippinon@gmail.com. We'll hang out in the stream, and I'm also doing a giveaway for anyone who donates at that time to receive a photo print from my store of the shot that I took of downtown Shibuya Scramble, which I'm quite confident is probably the best that I've ever taken. Thanks so much for watching. Please do drop a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be let know as soon as things go live on the channel. And please do consider supporting me on Patreon. It means the world to me and really helps the creative process. But for now, the clock has run out.